Good morning, everyone. It is very early in the morning, and I have just made my breakfast and I'm going to prepare my smoothie. And I thought I'll do it together with you. Before I jump on in a hurry to get my makeup done, to get my things ready for work, I thought I'd do a little video. Right, so I'm going to put you on a stand, show you where I am. I'm in my kitchen. I just made my morning oatmeal with berries, raspberries, strawberries, oatmeal, and I'm going to put in some really good biological fresh honey. And I'm going to make a smoothie with fresh aloe vera. Yes, I use a plant. With banana, with carrots that I rated yesterday, with ginger, some leftover orange, and some lemon. Then I'm going to add in some fresh biological orange juice. And I started my morning 1 hour ago with CDS, which is a very natural way to detox, to oxify your whole bloodstream and to clear out your system. I'm going to talk about this in the next vlog. For now, I need to hurry up a little bit. So I'm going to put you on a stand and show you what I do. Let's see if this works. Right, that's my coffee. Yes. Right, so I cut off a leaf, and I'm still working from the plant that I bought a couple of weeks ago, and it's growing very nicely. And you need to cut a leaf where I just cut it off freshly. You need to cut off a leaf that's white, and well, you can see it's fresh. There's fresh aloe vera juice coming out. I just cut off a leaf that wasn't that nice and fresh, so I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to use the fresh leaves. And sometimes I buy a plant, and sometimes I go to the biological shop and I buy a whole big leaf, and I cut it up all at once, dice it up in my machine together with some coconut water, and then I put it in to the freezer in one of them boxes where you can make ice blocks, or I use it's like a baby food freezer dish. It's like the baby amount of food you can, it's bigger than an ice block. So it's the baby amount of food you can freeze. And when I make my smoothies, I just take out one of them blocks out of the freezer, and I have fresh aloe vera. Right, so this, together with all the juice that's coming off of it, is going into the juicer. Right, cut up this leaf as well, because aloe vera is very important to heal and to clear out your intestines with. What happens with the inside of your intestines when you eat gluten and when you eat other foods, but mainly gluten, they damage the sides of your intestine, and small holes appear because of the chemicals that come out of the digestion of gluten, and they react with the intestine cover lineage. It's the inside that gets damaged, and when it is damaged, it will start leaking. That's what we call a leaking gut, and it starts hurting, and you become more and more sensitive. Now, I know this because my son was really ill from the moment he was born until 5 years old. We have seen doctors, hospitals, until he was 5 years old, been to 5 hospitals, did numerous of, let me just throw this away. there was a lot of research done on him, and well, they couldn't find what was wrong. And in the meantime, I did everything I could to study about what the hell was going on with him. He was screaming, he was throwing up, and I breastfed him first, but I had to cut down on every food to see if I could make it possible for him to digest breastfeeding. And then I had to stop because there was just nothing left. He was just sensitive and reacting to everything. Right, so in the meantime, I'm cutting up ginger. I'm going to put in fresh ginger. So, yeah, no, it was a very, very hard start for him and for me and his brother and his father because he was screaming every night. What happened was he had very bad reflux, but so bad that at one point his whole digestion system was infected and was actually covered in mold because it had been so acid from the up and down reflux. He was holding nothing down. He couldn't process most of the foods. And well, I just became a metabolic expert, really, because, well, as a mum, you just want to know what's going on. So, and after 5 years together with a holistic doctor, we found out that he had 2 parasites in his intestines, and they had just completely devastated his metabolic system and his intestines. At the time he was 5 years old, he was tested, and his cancer marker, the possibility that cancer would have ways to grow and thrive in his system, was very high, which didn't mean that he had cancer, but his environment was so unhealthy and he still wasn't able to hold any food down. I was cooking, baking for him, limiting everything that ended in O's. I had lists, and I got very creative in cooking and in healing with herbs. And we got him back on track. We got rid of the. I need to work and talk at the same time. We got rid of the parasites and started healing his gut. But once with a lot of aloe vera, and that's why I started this story. So aloe vera heals your gut. It heals your system. It makes it stronger. It's like aloe vera on the skin, but then you drink it or you take it in and it heals the inside of your intestine. Now your intestine is linked to your brain. The signals, your nervous system signals goes from your gut to your brain. So the level of health of your gut will also infect the level of health of your brain. And you know that in my method, if the mind is your boss, you have a very bad boss. And if your gut is unhealthy, you have a very grumpy, negative mind and negative boss. So healing your gut and working on the inside of your intestines to heal. Right, what I'm going to do with this lemon, I'm just going to cut it and squeeze it. So we get the juice. Right, I'm going to use this in my risotto tonight. And then we have a banana, and then we're done. And then I'm going to eat my oatmeal and go to work. Yeah, so working on healing your gut from the inside out will have an effect on your mind, on your brain, on your nervous system, on your overall health. If you think that you're sensitive to gluten or to any food, and we are all, because it's impossible for a human to eat the diet that we are served. It's full with too many gluten, too many sugars, too many lactose products, and we are just creating problems by eating the foods that we do, basically. So if you want to start cleaning yourself, it's very important to get on a 20-day detox, which I'm writing a guide about. I'm going to share with you. It's part of the mastery of the body, and it enables you to do your own reflection and analyze on what works for your body, because everybody's body is different, everybody's damage is different, and that's everybody's DNA is different, but everybody's damage to the DNA is different, and that makes the reaction to foods and to diets very different. So you have to get to know yourself, your structure, your reactions, to be able to navigate and to master your body. So that's what we're going to work on as well. For now, I'm just going to finish this up and get going quickly, because I have coaching and I need to get on my way. Right, so I've just added it in the machine. Let me turn this around. I've added it into the machine, and the reason I use a lot of aloe vera is that my son is still sensitive, and now and then, well, most of the time I let him make his own decisions, because I explained to him he grew up with understanding what food is, what stuffing is, what's not food, but it's just nice, and so he knows what he needs to eat for his health, and he knows what he needs to eat for his joy. But sometimes I let it go a little bit, because he's 12 years old, he's got enough on his plate. He's got dyslexia, he's behind at school, he had quite a few problems in his mental stability and being happy in dealing with, well, all sorts in his little life, being a child of a divorced parent and having to deal with all sorts. So I don't want to, on top of that, also burden him all the time with being different and eating different. So sometimes I let it go, but then you see that it gets to the point where the body just can't get rid of it anymore. He just visited a camp with a school, and he ate everything he loved, which is really good, but I see he bloats up, and I see it around his eyes, and it's just his system getting an overload on stuff that the system can't digest. Gluten. His gut is starting to hurt, and then he starts reacting again to everything. So then I need to get him on board to turn everything around and get back on the diet. Normally it takes a little bit of pain for him to get enthusiastic about that diet, but once his gut starts reacting and he gets back into pain, he's on board, and I can give him the aloe vera again he needs and all the good stuff, and we cut out all the gluten, all the lactose, and all the sugars, and I put him back on a diet and slowly add stuff back in. Right, I'm talking too much again. Let me do this. Good evening, everyone. It's a bit weird because my plate is empty, but I just wanted to share with you that I just enjoyed the most lovely plate of pasta that I made this week myself. But you know how a second time you warm a pasta dish, it just tastes so much nicer. And I'm actually having a really nice time by myself. And I think it's important to share the fact that although it can be challenging to be by yourself or to be alone, and people who are divorced understand what I mean. I really enjoy the evenings I spend by myself. Sometimes I have to look for ways to enjoy it, but look at this. I'm reading my tarot cards. I've got my tarot deck with me. I'm enjoying my favorite glass of red wine, Terra di Faiano. Yeah, so this is me in my relaxation outfit. You always see me early in the morning or walking without any makeup. Well, I really love dressing up and doing my makeup, and I always try to look pretty and everything. But for some reason, I don't seem to care when I'm doing my videos with you, which is a good thing. So, yeah, since I've decided that I'm going to close my Facebook and my Telegram channel, and I'm going to take a different turn, I feel like I am withdrawing from these channels a little bit. While normally I'd share a nice song, a good video, I'd share articles, I'd write, but I hope you understand this is a phase for me to pull back my creative energy and start translating it into different ways, which after 3 years, something like that, is kind of difficult. And I also feel it feels quite painful to let my channels go. What will what will happen afterwards? Will I don't know. I shouldn't just be thinking about it, and I'm just going to take the jump, and we'll see. I already felt that it's the best thing to do, but that's good. Right. So let's look at my cards. When I do a tarot pull, I do a small one. I do a head, heart, intuition, unconscious pull. So I try to split my energy, and what it does, it helps you address what your mental state is, what you're thinking, what your connection with yourself, with people around you, with the world, your heart consciousness does, and what unconsciously you're processing, learning, healing, redirecting, transmuting. Right, so that's the unconscious. And what's interesting always is when cards are reversed, so it means it's the opposite of that card, or it's in a lot of progress. It's full speed into evolution, really. So the headspace card is all about victory. It's upside down for me, and what it's telling me is that this is about confidence, about victory, and I am really proud of myself. I am feeling that things are coming together. I have a plan. But I'm not yet sitting on that horse that comfortable. So it's still upside down, really. I'm working on my confident path forward, but it's still upside down. So that's my mental state, which I can understand. As you can see, it's the V1, it's the sixth card upside down, and this is a small arcana, and this is from the large arcana, which is also the V1 6 card, and it's the Emperor. And the Emperor is all about ruling. It's about the I am. It's about the God force in me.
I feel it flowing through me, but the Emperor still is uh, um, about going for a fight, feeling that you're being attacked, feeling that you have to show your power. So there's a lot of force in this card. And I think that's why they come together so nicely, is because I overrule myself, my power sometimes, because I think it's going to help me to sit up straight on that horse on my path. So the Emperor is about force. It's about forcing, it's about the self, it's about the fact that I'm feeling that everything has to go by plan, because this Emperor will not fall off his horse because he's too proud, too strong to get defeated. So he thinks he's above the universe. He thinks he's above the God force. And what it tells me is that I'm too much in my head, in my own plan, thinking that that's going to give me the confidence. Whereas I just need to let go. I just need to let go and trust. And that'll put me on my horse. So yes, my plan, how I want things to go, I'm thinking too much. I'm trying to rule how all of this is going to turn out, me exiting Facebook, Telegram. What is it going to mean? What am I going to do? How's my business going to run? I've got all these plans lined up. I've got all this work to do, but it's all in my head, and it's not going to put me on my horse. The opposite. Ooh, it's always very confronting, tarot cards. Right, and then we've got the Four of Swords. You see 3 swords in the sky, and there's 1 sword on, well, the grave really, where this soldier is lying. 4 of Swords is about pulling back. I just said that. It's about taking time for yourself, taking time for healing, taking time for contemplation, for integration, to pull back and let everything settle down, all the thoughts, and let it all plan or place out. So I think I have a beautiful answer to the fact that I'm a bit in an in-between phase where I'm used to grabbing my phone, sharing everything, wanting to reach out to you guys, wanting to express everything in words, to share everything, to do everything, but I'm gonna go back into old cycles if I do that. I feel it's time for change, but that means that I need to let it go first and then see how everything plays out. And it's not just about my channels, it's about everything really. I think I told you in another video that I need to redirect my energy and my life, my work, and also start healing some stuff here that allows me to build up new connections, maybe a new relationship, maybe a new love life, which would be really nice, because yes, I am enjoying my evenings. But yeah, maybe I'm ready for a bit of love. It might be nice, actually. It might be time. Yeah. So for all you people who have evenings by yourselves, or for all of you people who have so much family around them that they never have moments to themselves, you know what? There is always something in life on the other side that you are wanting. And the fact is that we have to do what we have to deal with. And yes, I'm divorced, so I don't see my children always. I have time to myself, which is always I'm immensely grateful for, because yes, it allows me time to pull back. After a really long week of coaching training, making videos, doing online training, offline training, I need time to process, to be by myself. And at the same time, the weird thing is, when the weekend starts and I don't have my children, I drive home and there's just this emptiness. It always happens. It just feels so weird when we do find ourselves by ourselves and we don't have other people. Well, that's in my case. I don't have other people to look after, to nurture, and I don't have an agenda to attend, a coaching to attend, a meeting to go to, a full schedule to fill up. When the schedule's full, I'm complaining I don't have downtime. When my weekend is empty, well, it's not that empty really, my evening was empty, I look forward to it and then it's there, and there's always this little bit of, there's probably that little voice, my ego, saying, you're all by yourself. There's the rest of the world. The rest of the world is together. I think it's that. It's both, because I also really enjoy being by myself and having a glass of wine, having my evening. I was gonna get creative as well, but I'm really tired. So I did a card pull. I've got my answer. I need to pull back a little bit, get out of control. This is my mode when I have a lot of energy and a lot of power and a lot of plans. So yeah, this is my card. This is what I do. And it actually disconnects me from my heart, because the position was the heart card. It does disconnect me from the universal force. I'm not above it. When I meditate, I say, show me what you have me say, show me what you have me do. But then I do this card and I think of the plan, and I don't wait for what they show me. So yeah, this is my kick up the butt. Go F your plan. F your plan. And this is what I have to deal with. That sometimes we're not all on our high horse, and this is not all of the time. I can feel really settled and on my way, but I'm in change, and that's okay. So it's going to be this for a while. I'm going to kill the emperor and retreat this weekend as much as I can. I've got my PT tomorrow morning. I have a little bit of work to do. I have a little bit of writing to do tomorrow morning. And then I have a really nice dinner planned tomorrow evening, which I'm looking forward to. I'm going to dress up and enjoy nice food, nice wine, nice company. Really looking forward to that. And then Sunday is empty. Maybe my oldest son will come for lunch or for dinner, but not sure. Yeah, so yes. I hope you have a nice weekend too. I'm sending you love.
Good morning, everyone. It is a Sunday morning and I went out to go for a nice walk. Isn't it just magical? Forest with sunlight in the morning. Love it. I had the most exquisite meal last night. I went out for dinner and with some lovely company, had some really good food and some really good talk, and yeah, it was very nice to reflect on my life my friend's life. Yeah, it was very heartwarming. It was a beautiful evening. I really enjoyed it. Yesterday I had a chat with another friend talking about making changes and letting things go, going into new phases of your life, which is sometimes necessary to see what else can happen. And although we sometimes fear the unknown, lovely sunshine, we sometimes fear the unknown, and it's easier sometimes to remain in that what we understand and that what we have built up, have grown accustomed to, which goes for me in the moment, but goes for everyone. It's our human experience, it's life. But I truly believe, and that came out of my cards as well on Friday evening, that we need to keep moving. We need to keep moving energy, and that's what I talked about with my friend last night as well. Keep moving, keep making changes, keep letting go, keep making small jumps. And yes, you have to think about, create a bit of understanding on what scenarios you might encounter, but it's also about letting go and accepting that you can't plan everything. And that's my challenge, to trust and to jump timelines and not plan everything, not wanting to control everything. And I hope this might inspire you to think about what it is in your life that you might be wanting to let go of, to create space for ascension. Because that's it. We to be able to change your point of attraction, to be able to change the level of your energy, means to raise your vibration, to create different thoughts, feelings, actions, which eventually will create different outcomes. And it's not the other way around. Well, you can change the outside as well, because when you make changes in your outside life, you will have different effect. So it's inward and outward. Keep seeing what buttons you can push, what twists you can make. Make small changes in your life, and keep checking what it is you can let go of. Sometimes we're so used even to being stuck that we don't even see it anymore. So that's it for me. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. I hope you enjoy yours. Sending you love. See you in the next vlog.